Hello, this is Dr. Tyler Hamill, Kingwood chiropractor and nutritionist, today talking about inflammation. It's all around us, it's all in us. I was listening to a podcast today and they were talking about the effects or the end stage effects of inflammation on the vascular side of things, which is pretty crazy when we talk about chronic health conditions causing inflammation, and then we end up with things like rheumatoid arthritis or diabetes or heart disease, cancers, different things like that. So they were kind of tracing it to being a vascular thing. So you have an endothelial lining, which is just a big word, but it's cells basically that make up your blood vessels, right? And over time, inflammation really affects that lining, which can affect a lot of different things, like obviously not just inflammation, but breaking down the blood vessel wall, which is going to affect a lot of things in a negative way. So whenever I've talked about inflammation before, like, we always think of inflammation as pain, right? Neck pain, back pain, elbow pain, shoulder pain, hip pain, whatever. And just remember that as long as you have inflammation in an area, then it has a really hard time healing up. So chronic back pain, chronic shoulder pain, when you talk about tendonitis or impingement syndrome in your shoulder, rotator cuff tendonitis, low back pain, other aches and pains that are chronic like that, lots of times the inflammation is just hanging around. It's not going away. So it's important. Obviously, we want to get rid of that. We want to feel better. So there's things that you can take to get rid of inflammation, right? There's medicine side, there's ice packs you can do, and also supplements that I've gone over before. But I think it's important now to also think about the effects of long-term inflammation on the vascular system, like turning into a cardiovascular problem, which I don't think many people would have thought of that before. I didn't really think about that before, but I was listening to a medical doctor on a podcast, and it kind of makes sense, right? Like, we think, well, we can kind of deal with pain of shoulder pain or back pain, neck pain, but we definitely cannot deal with problems in our vascular system or blood vessels or the walls degrading. Like, we can't deal with that. We have no chance, right? So it's important to do things to try to decrease inflammation on a daily basis, right? So food obviously plays a big part in it. Eating sugar or processed food, things like that, we know that that causes inflammation. Every time processed food is going to cause inflammation. So an easy thing, or how to, what's the best way? Eat whole foods, right? In general, yeah, there's folks that are more sensitive. They have chronic health conditions or sensitive to gluten and things like that. That can be they have to be a little more specific with their diet. But in general, eating whole foods, like real meat, fish, chicken, pork, that kind of thing. Of course, we want it to be from a really good source and not just made in a lab or something like that, or made with a bunch of chemicals. And secondly, make sure to drink enough water, right? We want to stay hydrated. That's probably the cheapest and easiest thing we can do to help with inflammation. And lastly are supplements. So we know certain supplements that help with inflammation. Our main ones that we give our patients for pain, we have fish oil and we have turmeric, right? So fish oil and turmeric, they've been around forever. Everybody knows that these help with inflammation. But are you taking the right kind? Meaning the right quality, right? Because if the quality isn't good, then we can't absorb it in our system. And really for turmeric, we just can't chew like on a turmeric root and hope that that's going to give us the anti-inflammatory effect that we're looking for. It just doesn't work that way. So we have tuna omega. It's basically essential fatty acids. We have a few different essential fatty acid products, but most people know it as fish oil. And then we have turmeric. This is turmeric forte from MediHerb. And believe it or not, they work better when they're combined with each other. Just taking fish oil, just taking turmeric, yeah, it can help with inflammation, but you take them together, there's like a synergistic effect between the two that's even better than taking them alone. So turmeric forte, even when you're taking this, it's good to have it with a good fat. And this is a good fat. Tuna omega is a very good fat. So remember that. And for people who are in a lot of inflammation or have a lot of inflammation, which is a lot of people out there, they can take quite a bit of this because it's a natural product. This fish oil, you can take, say, even up to 4 or 5 twice a day. The turmeric forte, you take 2 twice a day at the max. And then when you're feeling better, you can take less, still get the anti-inflammatory effect, but you just don't need as much. And fish oil and turmeric, they're just very easy on the system. Most people can take these and have no issue at all, which is great. So, first and foremost, fish oil and turmeric. We have other products, say glucosamine sulfate. This has been around for like a million years probably. Ligaplex, you probably haven't heard of it, but when we talk about joint and inflammation, we talk about glucosamine, we talk about, say, the body's ability to heal. So it could be back pain, ligament tissue, things like that. Then Ligaplex is a good one to go with. Some people do them both at the same time, but it's just other natural things that you can use to help get the inflammation down, right? If you can just get it down a little bit, it'll make a significant difference. But we all should be really trying to get it down as much as we can, getting inflammation down as much as we can, because now you guys know, besides aches and pains in the body, it can also affect the vascular system or cardiovascular system, and nobody wants that, right? That's like hidden stuff that we don't know that's happening. So again, this is Dr. Tyler Hamill talking about inflammation, ways to decrease inflammation. We have these supplements in our office. We usually have them in stock because they're pretty popular. We run out, we order more, because these are things that patients know about too, even before they come to our office. They know about turmeric and tuna or fish oil and even glucosamine because they've been around forever. They've been around for years. So why not get a good quality from a trusted source, instead of just going to the grocery store or going to, ordering online or going to the pharmacy or something like that when you just don't really know what it is and how good it is and if it's going to absorb in your system. So if you have any questions about inflammation, put it in the chat box below. If you learned something about inflammation, then please like this video. Share it with people. There's a lot of people out there, surprising enough, that they don't really know the natural things to do to help with inflammation. So they're inflamed all the time. They're usually just hurting all the time. But there's some simple things you can do and take to help with inflammation. Share this video. Yeah, like I said, there's lots of people around this Kingwood area that could learn something about inflammation. And again, this is Dr. Tyler Hamill, your Kingwood chiropractor and nutritionist. Stay tuned for more videos. If you have a topic that you want me to speak on or to put together a video on, please just put it in the comments below too. I will do my best to get that out and cut a video and yeah, just trying to educate you guys on the natural side of health. Any way I can help, you can always call us at 281-360-8387. We look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.